and gentlemen, on behalf of the President of the Republic of South Africa, the Commander-in-Chief of the South African National Defence Force, His Excellency, President MC Ramaphosa, a hearty word of welcome to this South African National Defence Force parade, which forms part of today's Freedom Day celebration. The main functionary is the President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency, President MC Ramaphosa, the Commander-in-Chief of the South African National Defence Force. We acknowledge the presence of members of the South African National Defence Force Military Command Council. The following military protocol must be observed. On the arrival of the President of the Republic of South Africa, all spectators are requested to stand and remain standing until completion of the national salute, national anthem, 21-round gun salute, and salute flight, which will be performed by 2 helicopters flying the 2 national and the South African National Defence Force flags. All military spectators are to salute on the command, national salute, and civilian male spectators are requested to remove their headdress. A band demonstration will be performed by the South African Army Band from Pretoria, a fly-past and a display by Gripen fighter aircraft from 2 Squadron Air Force Base Makado. On conclusion of the band demonstration, fly-past and air display, the final compliment will be awarded to the main functionary. All spectators are requested to stand, and military spectators are to salute on the command, national salute, and civilian male spectators to remove their headdress. Upon withdrawal of the podium group, all spectators are requested to remain seated until the parade has marched off. The parade consists of members of the National Ceremonial Guard. The parade commander is Major V.R. Leroux, and the parade warrant officer is Warrant Officer Class 1, S.J. Maputa. The band on parade is from the South African Army, from Pretoria, under the direction of Major A. Stragnall, and the drum major is Corporal P.L. Molamo. The 21-round gun salute will be executed by the South African Army Artillery Formation Headquarters Gun Salute Group under the command of Captain S.L. Minyuku. All spectators are requested to switch off their cellular telephones and refrain from smoking for the duration of the parade. On completion of the parade, invited guests are welcome to enjoy refreshments at the respective venues, which they will be ushered to. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for honoring our invitation. Your attendance is highly appreciated. We trust that you will enjoy this event with us. Thank you.
Well, you're seeing live visuals coming straight out of Bloemfontein, where we are celebrating Freedom Day. It's the 24th anniversary of the country. As you heard in that piece by Show and Bryce piece, happy birthday, South Africa, as you celebrate your 24 years. And today we'll have a speech being delivered by President Cyril Ramaphosa. And as I've been indicating throughout the morning, that it would be quite interesting to hear what the president has to say. His personal anecdotes, the days leading up to the moment of the 27th of April, the day that many South Africans, black and white, went out to vote. As you can see on the grandstands here, where it's a 20,000 capacity stadium, people have already started to fill up the stadium, and the president of the country, Cyril Ramaphosa, standing by. Of course, there'll be a ceremonial guard of honor, and the president will inspect the ceremonial guard of honor, and then after that it will be the 21-gun salute for the Commander-in-Chief of the South African National Defence Force. These are the men and women who have pledged allegiance to the Constitution. These are the men and women who have pledged allegiance to the President and pledged allegiance to the flag of South Africa, as you heard in that interview earlier on with the Minister of Defence Force as well, Nosiviwe Mapisa Nqakula. I think the President is about to make his way to the podium, where he will inspect the National Guard of Honor. Let's just take a listen as we all take a stand and welcome the President of the country, Cyril Ramaphosa.
Ramaphosa, the Commander-in-Chief of the South African National Defence Force.
Well, there you have it, the Commander-in-Chief of the South African National Defence Force, Cyril Ramaphosa. And of course, there will be the 21-gun salute that we expect. And just listening to the cheering here at the stadium as he takes to the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, a band demonstration, fly past, and an air display will now commence. The South African Army Band from Pretoria will now perform an item, and thereafter a fly past and an air display will be demonstrated by Gripen fighter aircraft from 2 Squadron Air Force Base Makhado. Ladies and gentlemen, approaching now from southeast to west are Gripen fighter aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes a band demonstration, fly past, and an air display. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the final compliment. Military spectators are to salute on the command national salute, and civilian male spectators to remove their headdress. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated for the withdrawal of the podium group and until the guard of honor has marched off.
Kick, march!
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the parade. Invited guests are once more reminded to enjoy refreshments at their respective venues, which they will be ushered to. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the rest of the Freedom Day activities. Thank you.
Alala, people of Free State, alala. Alala, Free State, alala. Alala, SANDF, alala. The President of the Republic of South Africa is now entering the stage. May we all rise for the President of the Republic of South Africa.
Freedom Day, halala, halala. Freedom Day, halala, halala. Freedom Day, halala. Freedom Day, halala, 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 halala. Freedom Day, halala, 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 halala. Freedom Day, halala, 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 halala. Freedom Day, halala, 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 halala. Freedom Day, yeah, 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 yeah. La freedom, Nelson Mandela. Freedom Day, la freedom, 27th of April. 1994, Freedom Day, halala, 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 Freedom Day, halala, halala, Freedom Day, halala, halala, Freedom Day, Freedom Day, halala, halala, halala. Of Nelson Mandela, Freedom Day in Mangau, Perenye Seusinganga, halala, halala, freedom, siwelele, siwelele, Freedom Day, Freedom Day, halala, the year of Albertina Sisulu, the year of Nelson Mandela. Halala, 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 freedom, halala, 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 freedom, halala, 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 Freedom Day.
Okay, thank you very much. We can all be seated. Without any waste of time, we can be seated, President. Without any waste of time, we'll commence with our program today. A beautiful day celebrating 24 years of democracy. I'm having MEC Lieto, who's going to be my co-director of the program today. It would be in order to first acknowledge in our midst His Excellency the President of the Republic of South Africa, President Ramaphosa. Can we give a round of applause to His Excellency the President Ramaphosa, the President of the Republic of South Africa. Halala President Ramaphosa, halala. Halala President Ramaphosa, halala. Also acknowledge the ministers and the deputy ministers here present, the Premier of Free State, Man Ntombela, and the members of the Executive Council, Executive Mayor of the districts and other mayors who are here with us, members of the Diplomatic Corps, MPs, MPLs, and councillors who are here with us, business community, the religious leaders, traditional leaders, distinguished guests, members of the media, and fellow South Africans. This year's celebration of our Freedom Day is done under the theme, the year of Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, towards full realization of freedom through radical socio-economic transformation. The late President Mandela and Manu Ntsikelelo Sisulu would have turned 100 years this year had they lived. We also acknowledge the 40th anniversary of the passing on of the President of PAC, President Mangaliso Sobukwe, reminding each other that as we celebrate our freedom today, because we have a lot to celebrate since 1994, whilst we acknowledge that the road ahead still needs a lot of work. The road to our democracy in South Africa is drenched in blood and punctuated by centuries of racial and economic subjugation, discrimination and oppression. But over and above that, we are celebrating ordinary people who made a contribution in the liberation of our country. The 2018 National Freedom Day marks 24 years of freedom and democracy. It is a marked departure from the colonial and apartheid oppression. Freedom and democracy in South Africa has taken a quantum leap from the oppressive regime that we have today, the constitutional order. It is important to note and acknowledge glaring reality that South Africa freedom will remain hollow until we attain economic freedom. That is why this phase of our struggle is the phase for radical socio-economic transformation. It is the phase which follows the vision of the government of the Republic through the National Development Plan. We are going to commence in driving our program, and without any waste of time, ask the Premier of this province of Free State to come and welcome all of us. Halala Free State, halala. Halala Free State, halala. Halala Premier Ntombela, halala.
Halala Free State, halala. uhlala koneni. Viva President Ramaphosa, viva! Viva President Ramaphosa, viva! Pata President Ramaphosa, pata! Ke a leboha baahi ba Freistata, baahi ba Afrika Borwa. His Excellency the President of the Republic of South Africa, Ntate Mopresidente Ramaphosa, matona a teng kaofela, Premier, the ambassadors, matona di province, marena a rona, baruti, setjhaba kaofela, dumelang. Re tlo bitsetsa sefaleng jwale Mopremiri. Re tlo bitsa Mopremiri mme Seforasi Sintombela a tlo re amohela, mare pele a tla ke kopa hore ke utlwile pina e monate ka mona le ka mona, mare re se ke ra bina tse ngata a go tla ipinela. Jwale ke kopa hore re mo amohele ka ditlatsi tse kgolo. Halala Premier Mantombela, halala. Halala Freistata, halala. Halala Freistata, halala. Halala Premier Ramaphosa, halala. Tata Ramaphosa, tata. Mara re so mo amohele, ha ke so utlwe unity. Ha re ke re eng unity, unity, unity ixesha. Unity, unity, unity ixesha. Pagama, pagama Ramaphosa ixesha. Pagama, pagama Ramaphosa ixesha. Amandla. Mosebetsi wa ka bua monyane hampe ke mosebetsi o tlo amohelang mopresidente wa rona mona Freistata. Ha se mosebetsi o motelele haholo. Mopresidente Ntate Ramaphosa, batho ba Freistata ba re ke o amohele, ba ya o amohela mona Freistata provinceng e ntle ka mokgwa o makatsang. Hape wa bona hore re tlo amohela re Maung, ene o ya tseba hore Mangaung mona ke hona mane mono ho tswallwa ANC. Re a tseba hore African National Congress e tswalletse mona ka mora rona fela mona kereke e teng ya Wasele, moo baruti ba neng ba kopane teng dingaka e le hore ba etsa ba forma ANC. The people of the Free State are honored to host the 24th celebration of Freedom Day. Working together with the people of the Free State, we have achieved so much, but we still need to do more. Still more has to happen. Comrade President Ramaphosa, yesterday in the Free State Legislature, held a budget vote, as well as the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development in a very small town which is called Twele. I use this opportunity to share with the members of the masses that gathered there the story of one woman, Makhatebe. His story is like this. Makhatebe related how she worked as a domestic farm worker for Afrikaner family for many years. She related how she treated children in that home of hers. Mema Khatebe o na sebeletsa monga hae mane a tshwere bana ba hae jwale ka bana ba hae. O na hodisa bana ba mono ha le kgwaleno a ba hlapisa a etsa dintho tsohle a etsa le dintho tsa sa di etseng bana ba hae. Empa ka mora dilemonyana bona bana bao a ba hodisitseng ba ile ba motebela ba re hana molemo o sa bile a tsofetse a tsamaye. O na dula ha bohloko mone dipolasing mara o ile ya ka lekeisheneng mo ileng a fumana ntlo a fumantshwa metsi a fumantshwa motlakase mme ka hoo a go ya leboha hobane le bana ba hae ba ile ba thola grant support. Indeed, South Africa is a better place today than it was 24 years ago. It is therefore not a mistake to celebrate a Freedom Day on the 27th of April. Ho motlotlo bo bonate bile ho molemo hore re celebrate Freedom Day. Indeed, we are free, but we know, President Uri, we are free, but we still have nothing. Ha re na letho, ha ntse re sena mesebetsi, ntse re sena tjhelete, ntse re sena lefatshe, re ntse re sena tsohle. So o tla batla hore le ma-Afrika re kopaneng, re be ngatana le nngwe, re etse nnete ya hore re thola lefatshe la rona ebile re etse bonnete ba hore bana ba rona ba thola mesebetsi. Hobane ha re ntse re le divided re kekebe ra ba ra thola mesebetsi. Ene ke a leboha ma-Freistata hobane re tswa di-conferenceng dintho di fedile. Ha hona mopresidente re na le yena, re na le mopresidente a le mong fela ke Ntate Cyril Ramaphosa. Ha hona e mong re tla tlameha mo support-a hobane le yena a re ise re be re lo thola sena se re se batlang. With those words, I would like to welcome you, President, in the beautiful, peaceful province of the Free State. I would like to welcome you in home, ya Freistata, ya Lakoto, ya Free State Skat, Bloemfontein Celtics, Suwelewele, re a leboha President.
Halala Premier Ntombela, halala. Halala Free State, halala. Halala Gauteng, halala. Halala Mpumalanga, halala. Thank you very much, Premier. Without any waste of time, we will request respectfully His Excellency, the President of the Republic of South Africa, President Ramaphosa, to come and talk to the nation and give the nation his message, Your Excellency.
Dumelang batho ba Freistata, dumelang. Sanbonani. Abshin. Dimacheroni. Goeiemôre. Program Director, Minister Natim Tetwa, ministers who are here and deputy ministers, Premier of the Free State, Messi Ntombela, Majoro wa rona mona Freistata, the MEC tsa rona tsa mona Freistata, Your Majesties, traditional leaders and leaders of various political formations, the leaders of trade union formations, and civil society organizations, bomme le bontate, ke motlotlo haholo ho ema pela lona mona ka letsatsi lena le bohlokwa haholo bophelong ba rona re le batho ba mona South Africa, letsatsi la tokoloho ya rona South Africa mona. Ke motlotlo haholo ho ba mona Freistata provinceng ena e hara naha ya rona kaofela, province e nang le mofuthu, provinceng e ileng ya etsa sure hore mona Mangaung ka 1912 ho theiwe mokgatlo ona o bitswang African National Congress o ileng wa lwanela tokoloho ya rona. This is the warmth in this province that for many years incubated the many brave freedom fighters of this province. It is the warmth that also enveloped the late Mama Winnie Mandela during her years of banishment in Brantford. It was in this province that the women of Bloemfontein, of Kroonstad, of Wynberg and Jagersfontein in 1913 organized the very first anti-pass protest in our country. Province ena ke province ya dinatla, ke province ya batho ba ileng ba lwanela tokoloho ya rona, ke province ya bomme ba ileng ba ikemisetsa hore ka nnete ba tla lwanela tokoloho ena ya rona pele ho ba le di-protest, tsa dipasa. Ile ya ba mona Freistata ka selemo sa 1913 mo bomme ba ileng ba ema ka maoto ba re tjhe rona re ka se tshware dipasa, ka nnete ba hana bomme bano. Their defiance and their desire for equality, many of these women were subsequently imprisoned and subjected to hard labor. Ba ilwe ba iswa tjhankaneng, ba sebetsa ka thata, ba hlopheha, ba ile ba arolwa mo baneng ba bona, ba lwanela tokoloho ena e ka letsatsi lena la di 27 tsa April re ketekang. On this day, 24 years ago, we were able, as South Africans for the first time in our lives, to exercise our democratic right to vote as equals before the law for a government of our choice, marking our country's first historic transition from the dark period of apartheid, oppression, to a free and equal society. It is the day on which our rightful place as a people deserving of respect and dignity was restored, where the humiliation of racial discrimination formally came to an end in our land. This is the day when the struggle of our forebears, the struggles of Ngungunyane, the struggles of Makado, the struggles of Kechwayo, the struggles of Moshweshwe, Sikukuni, Bambata, Dube, Makeke, Lutuli, Mandela, Sisulu, Tambo, Ngoi, Mumpati, and many others, Ndate Mufutanyane, and indeed many others, were finally vindicated as the dream for which they sacrificed now became a reality. With our new democratic constitution embracing equal rights and opportunities for all, we ceased to be a pariah in the land of our birth. We had at last an opportunity to build a new and better life for our people. Through our democratic constitution and progressive laws, through a concerted program of social and economic redress, we have made great progress in transforming this country. La ho ka thweng ka nnete yona tswelopele re bone ho tloela ka 1994 naha ena ya borona a isa tshwana le South Africa yane ya pele ho 1994 re tsweletse pele ka nnete ba rata kapa barate re tsweletse pele ihlile re ntse re tswella pele re sebetsa ka nnete. Women now exercise significant influence in public life thanks to the constitution. Bomme naheng ena ya bo rona ba ne ba shebelwa tlase, bomme ba ne ba sa fiwe monyetla wa hore ho be le mesebetsi e bohlokwa e ba e etsang, le meputso ya bona e ne e le tlase haholo ho ya banna. Kasheko lena mona Freistata re na le premier wa rona o a leng mme. Freistata ka nnete e tsamaela pele kasheko lena ho tswile monna ho kene mme. Ntweno ra e leboha re re halala bomme halala, halala premier wa rona halala. Ehlile re mo kgethile hore a be premier, re mmona hore ho na le bokgoni, ho na le tseo a tsebang ho di etsa. Ehlile re tseba hore o tla re eta pele mona Freistata. Re le ra mmona le ka tsela a na a bua ka yona, le ka tsela a na a ikemiseditse ka yona, ehlile le ka tsela e a tsamayang ka yona. Re ile ra bona hore tjhe mona ke premier e tla re sebeletsang. Ke a kgolwa hore la robetse hae lapeng mane o robala o tshwana le premier, re a mo leboha hore a be premier ya rona. The lives of many poor women have improved through better education, accessible health care, and the provision of basic services. And yet, while we have done much to address the racial and gender distortions of the past, so much more still remains to be done. So many of our people still experience hunger. Millions are still unemployed. Many still do not have houses, electricity, or even clean water. Ho ntse ho na le batho ba bangata mona lefatsheng la heso ba senang mesebetsi. Batho ba bangata ba hlophehang. Ho ntse ho na le batho ba bangata ba senang metsi mo ba dulang teng. Ho ntse ho na le batho ba bangata ba senang le seweretse mo ba dulang teng. Ehlile bongata ba bona a ba soka ba fumana dintlo. Laeba dintlo tse fetang 4 milione di ahilwe, re ntse re fumana hore bongata ba batho ba heso ba ntse ba hloka dintlo. Mesebetsi ya rona re le mmuso wa South Africa, re le batho ba naha ena o ntse o le mongata. Therefore, as we celebrate the freedoms that we have achieved and the great advances that we have made, we need to use this Freedom Day to affirm our determination to intensify the struggle of socio-economic freedom for all our people. Our people cannot be free if they do not have jobs. Our people cannot be free if they do not have education and if they do not have better livelihoods. We know that the advent of democracy did not automatically heal the divisions of the past. We must work resolutely to remove the obstacles that still divide our society and strengthen the many ties that bind us together. For example, we still, as the National Development Plan said, we are still divided on a number of fronts. We are still divided between black and white. We are still divided between young and old. We are still divided between rich and poor, between rural and urban. We are still divided in many, many ways. Our task is to try and bridge those divisions. Our task as a nation in formation is to make sure that those gaps and those divisions are closed. On a day like this, when we all celebrate Freedom Day, it is a day when all South Africans, black and white, united as a nation, should be celebrating this day and sparing a few hours to come to a stadium like this to celebrate who we are. Because on this day, we don't only celebrate our freedom, we also celebrate our future. We also celebrate who we are. A people that are diverse, a people that have different languages, different cultures, and yet a common future. We are celebrating this Freedom Day in the centenary year of former President Nelson Mandela and Mama Sisulu, our brave and consummate freedom fighters, would have turned 100 years. Me Albertina Sisulu was a valiant freedom fighter who undertook dangerous work in the underground as she mobilized the mass formations of the democratic movement. Mme Albertina Sisulu o ile a re ha ntate Walter Sisulu a isitswe tjhankaneng for bophelo ba hae kaofela. O ile a re le yena o tla nka moo ntate Sisulu a sileng teng a tswelle pele le ntwa ena ya tokoloho. O ile a kena ntwa ya tokoloho ka boyena a mobilize batho ba haeso hore ka nnete qetellong re fumane tokoloho. We must agree with the then Secretary of Justice, who in the 1960s informed the police commissioner that Mama Sisulu needed to be watched carefully because she was as politically capable as a jailed husband and very good in organizing and oratory. Through her strong values, her humility, and her commitment to the struggle for democracy, Mama Sisulu remains an inspiration to us as we navigate the challenges of building a society that is responsive to the needs of our people. It was Madiba who cautioned us not to be captivated by the allure of the achievement of freedom. Though we have climbed a great hill, he said, we dare not linger because there are many more hills to climb still. Though we have achieved a constitutional democracy in which all have equal rights, we dare not linger because we still have much to do to build an inclusive economy that serves the interests of all our people and advances their lives. We cannot deny that we have made tremendous strides in improving the economic participation of Black people and women in South Africa. We have a middle class that has grown significantly over the many years. This middle class, largely made of Black people, started emerging in real earnest after 1994. Despite the great disparities in opportunity, we have emerging a new generation of Black entrepreneurs, managers, professionals, and artisans. The considerable rise over the last 2 decades in the number of learners in school and the number of students enrolled at higher education places in South Africa is a strong position to achieve inclusive growth and development. Se re thabisang haholo ko hore pele ha 1994 bana ba rona ba bangata ba ne ba sa kene dikolo. Kajeko lena bana ba rona ba bangata ba kena dikolo. Selemo le selemo ho kena bana ba 1 million ka tsatsi la ho qala la sekolo. Ke yona ntho e re bontshang hore ka nnete bana ba rona le batswadi ba bona ba nkela thuto e le ntho e kgolo haholo bophelong ba bona. Bao ba kenang di-university re fumana hore le bona ka nnete lenane la bona le ntse le ya hodimo selemo le selemo. Ke yona ntho e re thabisang eno. We have done much to reduce poverty through social grants, access to health care, and to the provision of houses to the poor. However, if we do not end poverty, then we need to create much broader, if we do want to end poverty rather, then we need to create much broader economic opportunities for our people. We need to grow our economy and create decent work. We need to attract investment on a much greater scale, and we need to improve the education and skills of all our people. At the same time, we need to transform our economy with regard to ownership, the control thereof, and the management of this economy of ours, so that Black South Africans and women are fully represented and equally benefit from this economy that we want to grow. In short, we need to intensify radical economic transformation in our country. It is for these reasons that we, as we celebrate Freedom Month, we are embarking on an ambitious new investment drive that aims to draw local and international investors into those parts of the economy that have the greatest potential for job creation. In preparation for an investment conference, which I spoke about in the State of the Nation address, we are sending out 4 special envoys to meet with potential investors in major centers across South Africa and indeed across the world. Re batla hore bao ba nang le ditjhelete ba mose le ba mona hae re ba bitse batle ba tlo kenya ditjhelete tsa bona ho di-company tse ngata mona re ahe mesebetsi. Re fumane hore ho bohlokwa hore re fumane ditjhelete re di kenye ho di-company tse ngata tsa rona hore re kgone ho aha mesebetsi. Dinaha tse tswelang pele ho aha mesebetsi ke dinaha tse etsang hore ba kgone ho bitsa bao ba nang le ditjhelete ba tle ba tlo kenya ditjhelete naheng ya bona. Le rona re leetong lena leno la ho bitsa bao ba nang le ditjhelete ba di tlise mona ba tlo di-investa mona, re ahe mesebetsi, re ahe di-company tsa rona. Eo re tla etsa ka nnete re ikemiseditse, re itse re batlo re raise 100 billion ya di-dollars ke 1.2 trillion ya di-ranta e re batlang hore e tlise mona South Africa e tlo aha mesebetsi. We are also working to make our economy more competitive and more attractive to investors. We are sustaining our massive investment in infrastructure, building roads, building bridges, railway lines, ports, as well as schools, hospitals, and colleges and clinics. Re batla hore re tswelle pele le mesebetsi ya ho aha ditsela tsa rona, dipetlele, re ahe matamo hore batho ba rona ba fumane metsi. Ditjhelete tseo tse ntse di lahleha hohle mmusong, re batla hore di kgutliswe ditjhelete tseno di tle di tlo aha matamo ana. Ditjhelete tseno re tla di latela, re be re di fumane ka hobane re batla hore di tlo sebeletsa setjhaba sa heso e ska ba ditjhelete tse sebeletsang batho ba itseng fela. Ha re shebisisa hantle, re fumana hore tjhelete e teng naheng ena ya rona. Tjhelete eo e le nna ke ikemiseditse hore e be tjhelete e sebeletsang setjhaba. Re sebeletse setjhaba ka tjhelete eno. Re ahe dintlo, re ise bana ba rona dikolong. So re bao ba re ba bitsang ba tlo kenya ditjhelete tsa bona mona, le rona re batla hore ditjhelete tse re nang le tsona le tseo tse lahlehileng le tseo tse utswitsweng di kgutliswe di tlo sebeletsa setjhaba. South Africa ena e tswelle pele hantle. Ha re le tjena, we are fixing our state-owned enterprises. State-owned enterprise by state-owned enterprise, we are putting them right. We are appointing the right people. We are appointing the right board of directors. We are straightening out their business plans. We want to ensure that our state-owned enterprises serve the interests of our people as a whole and do not serve the interests of just a few. This we are determined to do because those enterprises are owned by the people of our country. And on this Freedom Day, we want to free our state-owned enterprises of every corrupt act, of every wrongdoing. We want to free our SOEs so that we set them free to work for our people more effectively. And this we are on the way to doing. We are also using industrial incentives. We are also setting up special economic zones. We are also using our local procurement requirements to expand our manufacturing capacity. We do this so that we can increase the industrial capacity of our country so that we can improve jobs. And we are focusing on localization of production of goods and services. We are focusing on localization of procurement. In support of this, we are working to de-racialize our economy by strengthening our broad-based Black economic empowerment policies. We are also investing in Black industrialists, opening up markets for new Black entrants through more effective competition policies and using the buying power of the state to support Black business. The state is serious about supporting the emerging Black businesses that are owned by our people. And I mean Black businesses that are really operating, Black businesses that are doing things. Those are the businesses the state wants to support. Ising bao ba tlabang fela ba leka ba ntse ba ya mane le mane ba sa etse mesebetsi e tlameileng hore e etswe. Nako e nngwe fumane hore ba patalwa ba sa etsa mesebetsi e ne ba tlameile hore ba e etse. Mmuso wa rona o batlo ema ka morao ha bano ba ikemiseditseng. Re batlo tshwarana matsoho le bano ba batlang o haha di-business tsa bona re ba tiise matsoho hore ba sebetse hantle ba sebeletse setjhaba. We have made important progress in improving the conditions of the working poor. Parliament is currently finalizing legislation so that we can implement a national minimum wage for the first time in our country's history, fulfilling the demand that was made at the Congress of the People in 1995. In 1995, our forebears said they want a national minimum wage, a wage below which no worker should earn. That was a demand made in 1955. It is a great victory for the workers of this country that today we stand on the cusp of having a national minimum wage. It is a tribute to the social partners, our unions, the union federations that were involved in the discussions, NACTU, FEDUSA, and COSATU, that represented millions of our workers in this country, yes, as well as our social partners in the form of public organizations that represent our people, as in social organizations where our people live, as well as business. Some people have argued that the starting minimum wage of 20 Rand an hour is not a living wage. Yes, they are correct. 20 Rand an hour is not a living wage. It was never seen as a living wage. Some argue that the national minimum wage will not end income inequality. Yes, they are correct, it will not. But what the national minimum wage does provide is a firm and unassailable foundation, which is agreed by all social partners, from which we are going to advance the struggle for a living wage. The struggle for a living wage must be engaged. 20 Rand an hour asiyo na living wage. We want our people to earn more money. We are called a middle income country, and we want our people to earn much higher. What we needed to do was to balance between those people who are earning very little today. We must remember that the national minimum wage is going to increase the income of over 6.6 million working South Africans. 6.6 working South Africans are suddenly going to earn much higher than what they are earning now. We found that 6.6 million workers in our country are earning way below 20 Rand an hour. Through this, we are going to lift 6.6 million workers. An increase of that size and that extent is really unprecedented in our history, and we must celebrate this as a foundation that will enable working people in our country to go on with the struggle, with the fight for a living wage. The struggle for a living wage must be engaged by all. And in fact, our trade unions must be at the forefront of this struggle to fight for a living wage. What we have done is to provide a foundation, and let us use this foundation to fight for a better wage, a living wage for our people. To advance radical economic transformation, we are working to empower the youth of our country through education, skills development, and workplace experience. This year, we have introduced free higher education for students from poor households. Ka nnete, tswelopele e re bonang ka nnete kgolo. Kasheko lena, bana bao ba hlahang malapeng a batho, a batswadi ba hlophehang, a batswadi ka nnete ba sa amoheleng tjhelete e ngata, re bana ba bona le bona ba kgona ho ya di-collegeng le di-university ba sa patala letho ka free education yena. Ke yona tswelopele e bohlokwa ena e re batla ho e bona mona South Africa. Ba heso re ntse re tswella pele hanyane hanyane re ya pele mo re batlang ho ya teng. Tsena tse ntse re di etsa re ska ra di nyefola kapa ra di shebela tlase. Ke tsona ntho tse bohlokwa tse bontshang hore ka nnete koloi ena a ya ema, e na le mabili, e hlile mabili a yona a tsamaya, ebile e na le engine ena e a iqhoba e ya pele. Re tswella pele le hao ba bang ba ntse ba nyefola ba shebela tlase dintho tsena tse re di etsang. Together with an accessible and quality basic education system, this measure of free education for children from poor families promises to break the cycle of poverty. It means that millions of South Africans who are born into poverty will, through education, be able to live comfortable lives and secure lives as adults. Constantly, we are breaking down the barriers of education. We are working also to ensure that young people who graduate from our schools, colleges, and universities are also made ready for the world of work. Together with our social partners in business and labor, we recently launched the Youth Employment Service Program, which aims to provide work experience opportunities for 1 million unemployed young people over the next 3 years. Milioni kaofela ya batho ba batjha ba tla fumana monyetla wa hore ba kene mesebetsing e tla ba rutang mesebetsi kaofela ya economy. Ntho le yona ke tswelopele ena a re soka re bona dinaheng tse ngata tse tshwanang le lena ya rona. Re ntse re qhoba re tswella pele ka nnete. Economic freedom, fellow South Africans, means that the land that was taken away from black South Africans also needs to be returned. Our forebears said in the Freedom Charter that the land must be shared amongst those who work it. They said this because they had realized that even in 1955, that only a few people in our country owned the greater portion of our land, and that as they owned this portion, the notion of sharing the land did not even enter their minds. And it is for this reason that our forebears demanded in the Freedom Charter that the land shall be shared amongst those who work it. They wanted their land back so that it can be used as an economic resource to improve their lives. They want this important resource, land, to be shared as it is set out in the Freedom Charter. Land is an important economic resource. Its energy, its economic value, and its social power must be unlocked and be put to good use in the hands of all our people. We have a situation in our country where we have masses of tracts of land, some owned by the government, some owned by state-owned enterprises, some owned by companies, yes, some owned by individuals. And this land at the moment is not being shared by the majority of our people. The majority of our people, many of whom are hungry for land so that they can use it as an economic resource, are locked out of the utilization of land. So we are saying, we are committed to accelerate the redistribution of land in our country. The redistribution of land, its time has come. It cannot be avoided. We cannot run away from it. We cannot hide our heads in the sand. It has to happen, and it must happen now in our lifetime. This is what our forebears fought for. Now, this is land both in urban and rural areas, and this should be to ensure that poor South Africans are able to own land and have the means to work it. But more importantly, as this land is returned to our people, the government will have to do everything it can to support those to whom the land will be given to. Among the measures that we are going to use to accelerate redistribution of land is that of expropriation without compensation, as we look at various categories of land. We are going to be able to do precisely that. We call on all South Africans to be part of this broad consultation process on how we should implement this decision of making sure that land should be shared amongst our people, and that we should do this in ways that makes redistribution of land meaningful, which will contribute to strengthening our economy, which will also strengthen agricultural production and make sure that we improve food security. Now, this gives us great opportunities as we redistribute land. We should be guided by what our forebears set out in the Freedom Charter, that the land must be shared amongst those who work it. And as we do all this, we must empower our people. As we empower them, government must support them, and we must ensure that we grow our economy, we grow our agricultural production as we effect this whole redistribution of land. This gives us great opportunities. This makes our resolution an important resolution that is implementable. This measure aims also to extend property rights to all South Africans, so that it is not only a few South Africans who have property rights. We earned our political rights, our democratic rights, together collectively, and so must we all be given an opportunity to participate in the economic rights that are due to us as South Africans. Fellow South Africans, this is a day on which the dream of a free Africa was brought ever closer to realization. As South Africa, one of the last colonial outposts on the continent, tasted freedom. It was a culmination of a dream for which many in this country, on this continent, and across the entire world sacrificed a great deal. We remain grateful for the solidarity and the assistance that we received from the international community, and are determined that we ourselves should be champions of democracy, peace, and human rights across the world. We will use our leadership and membership of SADC, our membership of BRICS, and the G20, the Commonwealth, and many other international bodies to forge a new world order founded on equality, dignity, mutual respect, cooperation, as well as human rights. Our democratic breakthrough was a huge victory for this continent and the freedom-loving nations of the world. The struggle for freedom consumed the boundless energy and extraordinary talents of our people. Now we have an opportunity to put our remarkable opportunities and capabilities as a people to advance human progress. Our duty as custodians of this democracy, as the owners of this democracy, as the beneficiaries of this democracy, as the defenders of this democracy, is to direct all our resources to conquer poverty, joblessness, racial hatred, anarchy, violence, and lawlessness, illiteracy, and idleness, and place our country on a path of growth, development, and lasting freedom. But more importantly, it is also to make sure that we have a stable democracy, a stable progressive government at all levels of our government in South Africa, at national level, at provincial level, at local government level, where our people live, so that we are able to provide service delivery that is going to instill loyalty amongst our people to our republic. And on this day, let us all pledge our loyalty to our flag, to our national symbols, to our national anthem, and to our country. On this day, let us remember that first and foremost, we are South Africans. And first and foremost, we are one nation. First and foremost, we must be a nation that is united in our diversity, a nation that is moving forward to achieve the ideals that were set out in the Freedom Charter. On this day, as I end, let us remember the founding father of our nation, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Let us also remember Mama Albertina Sisulu, and pledge that as a nation, we are going to continue where they stopped their work, we are going to continue to advance the lives of our people, and we are going to ensure that we subscribe and put into practice their values with integrity and with commitment. Kamanso ano ke a le leboha batho ba Freistata hore re fumane sebaka sena le monyetla ona wa ho buisana le wa ho kopana ka letsatsi lena le bohlokwa haholo bophelong ba rona re le batho ba South Africa. Ka letsatsi lena ka 1994 re ile ra fumana tokoloho ya rona. A re hlompheng tokoloho ena, re hlompheng naha ya rona, re hlompheng tsohle tse etsang hore naha ena ya rona e be naha e bonahalang hore ka nnete e tswella pele. Ke a le leboha batho ba Freistata ke re forward le Freistata forward. Forward le Freistata forward. Forward le Freedom Day forward. Ke a leboha.
Amandla! Viva President Ramaphosa, viva! Re a leboha President, re utlwile molaetsa wa hao, re ready, re roma rona, re lo etsa mosebetsi moo re dulang teng. Jwale he ntle le tshenyo ya nako, seo re tlo se etsa hona jwale le ntse le dutse fela jwalo, re tla bitsa majoro a lebohe. Ha qeta ho leboha, Presidente e tla re ha DJ Finzo a ntse re tsoka matheka, Presidente a ba tsamaya a le dumedisa hobane ka baka la nako hoseng ha fihla ha kgona ho pota ho lona moo a le bona le haufinyana. Jwale re ntse re dutse jwalo he, ha ke bitsetsa sefaleng majoro wa phethahatso wa masepala wa Mangaung mme Oli Mlamleli a tlo re leboha hore re itshwere hantle. Mamelang, ke kopa re mamelaneng. Mona re tlile ho tlo keteka, re lwanetse ditokelo ha ke re na le tsona kaofela kajeno. Ke tlo kopa fela hore mathata a rona a ske a etsa hore re bonwe re le batho ba sa lokang ma-Freistata. Ke a ikopela Presidente o ka tla bua le rona. Ke a tseba hore mathata a teng, mare mathata ano ha ska etsa hore re bonahale re le batho ba sa lokang, be ka reng ha re bua batho mathata a tla fela. Ho hlompholla motho ha o fedise mathata. Ke a ikopela tswetswe baahi ba Afrika Borwa, ke a leboha baahi ba Freistata.
Dumela President Ramaphosa, dumela. La Bloemfontein, la. Dumela President Ramaphosa, dumela. Uzayithola kanjani? Uhlele koneni. La Freistata, la Freistata. Ramaphosa a tlileng mona Freistata ho etsa bonnete ba hore re fumana letsatsi lena. Re a utlwisisa hore o re kgalemetse. Re a utlwisisa hore Presidente o itse not in your name. Re a leboha ha o re hopoditse hore Freistata e mofuthu. Re leboha Mopresidente le batho bohle. Re a leboha, ke a leboha.
Amandla! 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 Re a leboha he batho ba ntse ba bina, ke kopa le fe motho a tlo etsa tribute nako. Baahi ba Freistata Amandla! Khona nyela mona ke kopa le dula fela hanyane. Ka morao ka mona ke kopa le lona le dule hanyane. I hope the tribute is ready. Stage manager, are you ready with the tribute? Ke a leboha he ka pina, ke a leboha mona le mametse. Ka morao ka moo ke kopa le mamele. Ka morao ka moo ke kopa le mamele re etse item e latelang. Is the tribute ready? Ke a leboha, ke tlo le fa nako ya ho bina ka morao ka moo.
Well, the Freedom Day celebrations here at in Bloemfontein officially coming to end with that keynote address there by President Cyril Ramaphosa. But tell you what happened immediately after the president finished off his speech. It was Mayor Oli, who is the mayor of Mangaung, the city of Bloemfontein. And she was also just paying tribute to the president and some of the people here on the grandstand, some of the people who came here for the Freedom Day celebration started heckling her and started booing her, but she continued throughout and praised the president on the speech that is delivered. A speech which touched on a range of issues, and quite interesting is this issue around the 20 Rand minimum wage, 20 Rand per hour minimum wage, which translates to around 3,500. If you remember that on Wednesday it was SAFTU led by the General Secretary, its General Secretary Zwelinzi Mavavi, that marched through the streets of the big cities, including PE as well as in Johannesburg, where they said that the 3,500 Rand or the 20 Rand per hour is not a living wage. And the president here, Cyril Ramaphosa, who had played a pivotal role in broking that deal while he was still deputy president of the country, said indeed that the 20 Rand per hour or the 3,500 Rand is not a living wage. And let's just take a listen to what he had to say about that.
Some people have argued that the starting minimum wage of 20 Rand an hour is not a living wage. Yes, they are correct. 20 Rand an hour is not a living wage. It was never seen as a living wage. Some argue that the national minimum wage will not end income inequality. Yes, they are correct, it will not. But what the national minimum wage does provide is a firm and unassailable foundation, which is agreed by all social partners, from which we are going to advance the struggle for a living wage. The struggle for a living wage must be engaged. 20 rand an hour asiyona living wage. We want our people to earn more money. We are called a middle income country and we want our people to earn much higher. What we needed to do was to balance between those people who are earning very little today. We must remember that the national minimum wage is going to increase the income of over 6.6 million working South Africans.
While the president also there speaking about the infrastructure needs of the country, spoke about, for instance, some of the strides that has been made. If you look at some infrastructure, some communities, at least they have houses that have been supplied by government, but he also acknowledges that there are some shortcomings, and these shortcomings obviously have to do with issues of infrastructure, but he also spoke about business and saying that the business that government is going to be working with are those businesses who make sure that once they get these projects to implement and roll out some of these infrastructure programs, that indeed they do what is expected of them. Let's just take a listen.
Ditjhelete tseo tse ntse di lahleha hohle mmusong, re batla hore di kgutliswe ditjhelete tseno di tle di tlo aha matamo ana. Ditjhelete tseno re tla di latela re be re di fumane ka hobane re batla hore di tlo sebeletsa setjhaba sa heso. E ska ba ditjhelete tse sebeletsang batho ba itseng fela. Ha re shebisisa hantle re fumana hore tjhelete e teng naheng ena ya rona. Tjhelete eo e le nna ke ikemiseditse hore e be tjhelete e sebeletsang setjhaba.
The president there promising that they will go for that money that has been stolen and that money must be returned to the people. Here's another issue, and this has of course been a topical issue since the ANC's elective conference, and it's a resolution around land expropriation without compensation. We know of course in February already, after the State of the Nation address, and of course there was that debate in Parliament around the land expropriation without compensation, and it was adopted that Section 25 of the Constitution should be amended. And listening to President Cyril Ramaphosa here speaking about that resolution, also evoking the memory of 1955, where the Congress of the People was meeting in Kliptown. It wasn't only the issue around a national minimum wage, it wasn't only the issue around education, but quite importantly, the issue around land and land expropriation without compensation, quite specifically. And this is what some parties, especially those who are on the extreme left side, have been calling for. And let's just take a listen to what the president said would be the plan of action.
As we redistribute land, we should be guided by what our forebears set out in the Freedom Charter, that the land must be shared amongst those who work it. And as we do all this, we must empower our people. As we empower them, government must support them, and we must ensure that we grow our economy, we grow our agricultural production as we effect this whole redistribution of land. This gives us great opportunities. This makes our resolution an important resolution that is implementable. This measure aims also to extend property rights to all South Africans, so that it is not only a few South Africans who have property rights. We earned our political rights, our democratic rights together collectively, and so must we all be given an opportunity to participate in the economic rights that are due to us as South Africans.
Well, President Cyril Ramaphosa there, after delivering his inaugural speech on Freedom Day, celebrating Freedom Day. And as you can see right now, those are visuals of the president as he's greeting all those who came out to the stadium here in Bloemfontein to come and celebrate Freedom Day. And of course, those who have listened into the speech that he delivered earlier on, a speech that's touched on a whole range of issues. And I guess one of the issues that I could hear the spectators as well as those who have come out here cheering on was an issue around making sure that the money that has been stolen from government coffers is money that must be returned. And you know, of course, that this province in particular faced some of those allegations, and allegations around the issue around state capture and the Estina dairy farm project as well, that some say has gone horribly wrong and may just find itself being an issue that is on the agenda of the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture being led by the Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo. It'll be quite interesting as well to hear how many people from the Free State which the President has indicated is a province that is steeped deep in the history of this country. If we speak about the ANC's first conference, the founding of the ANC here in the Free State in 1912. If you speak about the 1913 march being led by women also here against the past laws of the time, it is this province that is steeped in the history of this country. And there you have it, President Cyril Ramaphosa saying his goodbyes. And from us here at the stadium, from the crew that has been with you since the start of the morning, since the crack of dawn, and the eggs that you saw in the morning, it's goodbye for now. I can tell you that the eggs are still safe and the bird is still there. It's goodbye for us. Bye-bye.
Till I'll do Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Gele buile tebogo moloi le kgolokweleso. Ho ntso hlelo monate Dr. Rantai Molemela Stadium. Dumelang batho. DJ Finzo. DJ yetelele hore feta kaofela. Bakene boy, bakene boy, bakene boy, 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 matwa benye. Cheers.